A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken and something is being given. My beloved child, tonight something sacred is moving around your destiny silently. Something that has been stuck for years is finally shifting its position without you even noticing. A spiritual exchange is happening in the unseen dimension. And this moment is not ordinary. It is a rare cosmic moment where Archangel Michael himself is intervening with precision. This is the moment where heaven does not negotiate. It activates because something that was feeding on your strength, on your belief, on your emotional power, is being removed from you. And in exchange something pure, something divine, something meant only for you, is being placed inside your timeline without any delay. This is the kind of spiritual exchange that only happens a handful of times in a lifetime. And you are living one of those times right now. Archangel Michael says, there are two forces touching your destiny tonight. One is being taken away permanently, so it can never influence your decisions again. The other is being gifted into your path, because it belongs to your soul blueprint since birth. This exchange was not random. This exchange you were chosen. It took years, but tonight the transfer lock finally released. The universe literally paused an entire thread of reality, where your life was being pulled backward, and replaced it with a thread where your path finally moves forward with momentum, like never before. Heaven waited for your emotional maturity to reach a frequency where you could handle this kind of shift without fear, doubt, confusion, or resistance. Something you once lost is being returned back to you in a different form. It may not look like what you expected, but it will feel like completion. Like the missing part of your timeline is finally sliding back into the correct place. You will not have to chase this anymore, because this new divine element will chase you instead. You will not have to fight for this anymore, because this new divine element will defend you instead. Your spirit is entering a receiving year. Archangel Michael says the exchange was triggered the moment you started healing instead of reacting. The moment you stopped explaining yourself to people who never truly valued your existence. The moment you walked away from energies that fed you emotional scarcity. The moment you trusted the silence was not punishment but preparation. This exchange is your reward for showing emotional discipline when your soul was shaking. Heaven is now taking back the weight that was not yours to carry. Heaven is taking back every leftover emotional influence that was trying to guilt you or cage you, or manipulate your softness. Heaven is taking back every spiritual leakage that came from people who used your compassion, but never offered you loyalty. Something is being taken so something greater can finally be given. This is why your chest feels different lately. This is why certain thoughts suddenly look meaningless now. This is why certain people no longer have the same emotional authority over your mind, because Archangel Michael already disconnected their access to you. They don't know it yet, but spiritually they already lost access to your destiny. You are entering a timeline where your worth is finally understood. A timeline where your heart is no longer being drained but filled. A timeline where miracles feel natural, not impossible. A timeline where the universe begins to accelerate everything that was delayed without delay. This is not manifestation anymore. This is compensation. What you lost emotionally, heaven is returning materially. What you lost spiritually, heaven is returning through alignment. What you lost mentally, heaven is returning as wisdom and clarity. The spiritual exchange has already been approved. A locked door is closing permanently, and a sealed door is opening permanently. New resources, new opportunities, new connections, new breakthroughs, all coming in sequence, one after another, designed to land exactly where you can see it, feel it, hold it. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings. It is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. This shift is your evidence. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken and something is being given. This is not a warning. This is not a test. This is a prophetic transfer moment. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. Tonight, you are standing in the exact middle point of a sacred shift. You are not standing in the past anymore, but you have not fully stepped inside the new timeline either. You are in the spiritual hallway where everything old is dissolving and everything new is preparing to enter your field. And this exact hallway is where Archangel Michael is standing guard right now, making sure nothing from your old energy slips through and contaminates what is about to be given to you. This is the part destiny does not show to everyone. This is the part only the chosen ones experience. This is the part where heaven truly proves that timing is not random. It is precision-coded, based on your soul's capacity to hold the blessing that is coming. You are entering the type of shift where the universe begins to prove that silence was not abandonment. It was sacred construction. You think you have already seen divine intervention before. But this is nothing compared to what is coming now. This exchange has layers, levels, and dimensions beyond human logic. Something heavy that once sat inside your spirit like cement is being peeled away from your field thread by thread. It might even feel strange for the next few days, because your soul is adjusting to a new frequency system that is much lighter than what you were used to. This is why Archangel Michael has been whispering constantly, protect your energy, now more than ever. Because when heaven is transferring a destiny-level anointing, distractions always try to slip in. They want to pull you back into old mindset. So you collapse the exchange before the final seal activates. But this time they will fail, because this time the exchange is not based on your emotion. That is based on spiritual law. Something you deeply desired, something that had deep soul weight is being assigned back into your timeline under a divine contract. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is spiritual proof that your destiny was never denied. It was paused and now it is resuming at a higher resolution than you could ever imagine. Archangel Michael says, the reason this moment is rare is because the old timelines are literally detaching from your nervous system. Memories that used to hurt will start feeling meaningless now. Patterns you used to fall into will now feel uninteresting. Things that used to attract you will no longer have emotional magnet over you, because heaven is unplugging the past's ability to influence your future. You are being written on the inside before things are written on the outside. And the biggest secret here is this: the exchange is happening in two directions at the same time. What is being taken from you is not just emotional residue. It is generational stagnation codes. There were certain delays placed on your path that were not originally yours. They were inherited patterns that your soul agreed to break in this lifetime. And Archangel Michael says, this is the exact night your soul breaks that chain permanently. You are not just shifting your life. You are shifting the entire story of your bloodline from this point forward. That is why this moment took so long to come. Heaven needed you to mature enough spiritually, so that you would not waste or sabotage the energy you are being gifted now. Because what you are being given is not a temporary blessing. It is a permanent authority. Authority over your old life, your own emotions, your own timeline, your own alignment. A new chapter will not feel like a wish. It will feel like ownership. Something that once drained you is losing access. Something that once confused you is losing permission. Something that once triggered you is losing power. It is being taken, extracted and removed without any negotiation. And in exchange, something that is larger, deeper, richer, and justly beneficial is taking its seat in your destiny. You will not have to push for this. You will not have to force this. You will not have to beg the universe for this. This new blessing will not come in fragments, it will come in fullness. Your spirit is about to receive something that will reintroduce you to yourself. The future version of you is already calling you forward strongly and clearly. Your intuition might feel stronger today than ever before. You might find yourself suddenly seeing things that were always there, but you never noticed. You might find yourself suddenly understanding situations that once confused you. This is not imagination. And this is spiritual clarity being given freely. Your soul is being promoted to a higher operating system. This is why heaven needed to take something first, because new blessings cannot grow on old emotional soil. Something needed to be cleared. Something needed to be stripped away. Something needed to be removed from your soul's inner architecture, so that the new could land without disruption. Archangel Michael is replacing a painful story with a beautiful story. He is replacing loss with restoration. He is replacing confusion with clarity. He's replacing fear with stability. He's replacing overgiving with divine receiving. He is replacing spiritual exhaustion with supernatural energy flow. This is the moment your entire life story begins to feel written from a divine source. And this is why you must remain inside this video till the very ending parts, because each part you hear is activating the next seal of this spiritual exchange. You cannot skip. You cannot half hear this message. You must stay present fully, because this is alignment frequency, and alignment requires full presence. My beloved child, this moment right now is not entertainment. This is spiritual transfer happening through spoken frequency. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken and something is being given. And before this part closes, listen carefully. If you are watching this right now, share this video so the divine transmission spreads beyond you. Comment to anchor your alignment. Subscribe so every divine update finds you without delay. Stay till the end. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith, is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My beloved child, tonight something inside your life is becoming irreversible, and you need to breathe slowly while hearing this next segment. Because from this point forward, nothing you tolerated before will ever feel acceptable again. Once a spiritual exchange begins, the soul cannot return to who it was before the transfer started, because the consciousness has already crossed into a higher lane. This part is going to shake you a little bit emotionally, because now we are stepping into the deeper layer of why this exchange is happening in the first place, and what is changing permanently within you. Archangel Michael says the exchange happening tonight is not just external destiny restructuring, is internal identity restructuring. The universe is replacing your self-concept quietly, silently, divinely. The way your mind once translated rejection will not translate that way anymore. The way your heart once interpreted disappointment will not interpret that way anymore. The way your spirit once responded to delay will not respond that way anymore. You are becoming a new version of yourself in slow motion. You are entering a frequency where your energy automatically rejects anything that tries to confuse your worth, poison your alignment, or destabilize your emotional ground. This is why something is being taken from you permanently. What is being taken is not a person. It is the version of you who accepted less than what your soul deserved. A version is leaving you. A version is dissolving. A version cannot stay because your new destiny cannot attach to the same emotional identity that lived inside your old story. You are not losing anything meaningful. You are losing only the emotional weight that was blocking your receiving gate. The new reality entering your field is not designed for the old you. The new reality entering your field is designed for the healed version of you, who is finally ready. Archangel Michael says, the biggest reason this spiritual exchange is activated now is because your soul finally detached from needing validation from low-frequency sources. You finally outgrew the need to be understood by the wrong people. You finally stopped chasing closure in places where closure never existed. You finally stopped explaining yourself to minds that were never capable of understanding your depth. That emotional maturity became the password to unlock the transfer gateway. Heaven could not give you this breakthrough before, because you were still emotionally attached to energies that would have contaminated or misused this divine-level blessing. But now the attachment cord is cut. What used to emotionally chain you now feels like nothing. What used to emotionally drain you now feels powerless. What used to emotionally intimidate you now feels irrelevant. This is the exact sign that the spiritual exchange has started. Something is being removed from your emotional frequency, without your struggle, and without your fight. Something is being given to your energetic vibration without resistance and without blockage. You are entering a state where receiving is natural. Receiving is easy. Receiving is effortless. This is the difference between manifesting from survival and manifesting from alignment. Your blessings are no longer arriving through pain. They are arriving through identity. This is why Archangel Michael is telling you this message tonight, because your spirit is crossing a bridge made out of unseen spiritual laws. And once you cross this bridge, you do not return back through it. Your emotional narrative is being replaced. Your spiritual structure is being upgraded. Your inner belief system is being retooled. Your nervous system is being recoded. The future that once felt impossible will start feeling normal. The support that once felt unpredictable will start feeling stable. The abundance that once felt distant will start feeling reachable. The love that once felt risky will start feeling safe. This is not because the world changed overnight. This is because you changed internally, and the universe is simply matching what you became. Heaven is gifting you the life you can actually hold now. This is what the exchange is about. Heaven is not just removing what hurt you. Heaven is removing the version of yourself who allowed hurt to become identity. Heaven is not just giving you blessings. Heaven is giving you a version of yourself who feels deserving of being blessed. This exchange was never about external replacements. It was always about internal restoration. My beloved child, listen deeply to this next secret, because it is one of the most powerful truths of this entire transmission. The future version of you already exists in the spiritual dimension. That version of you has already won battles your current self has not even seen yet. The universe is simply pulling that version closer to your present reality by removing the emotional density that kept you distant from your destined self. The exchange happening right now is collapsing time. This is why your future is arriving faster than your logic can understand. This is why results will begin appearing in ways that look sudden, but were actually years in spiritual preparation. This is why opportunities will start aligning with speed that shocks even you. You are stepping into accelerated alignment. Slow chapters are ending. Fast chapters are beginning. Destiny is speeding up your path because what once was blunt is now being granted without delay. Something is being taken and something is being given. You do not need to chase this. You only need to remain open to receiving it. Archangel Michael is clearing your emotional frequency, so that what is coming can land without interruption. The things that once felt too big for you will fit you perfectly now. The dreams that once felt unrealistic will feel normal now. The desires that once felt impossible will feel reachable now. You are stepping into the era where your life will match the size of your soul. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken, and something is being given. This part is complete. Don't skip, my beloved child. Tonight we are entering the layer where destiny starts, revealing why this exchange was chosen specifically for you, and not for someone else. This is not just about you receiving a blessing. This is about you becoming a carrier of a different kind of timeline. In a timeline where nothing about you will ever return to smallness again. Archangel Michael says this moment stands as a spiritual intersection, where the universe decided your soul has graduated from survival frequency into sovereign frequency. Survival frequency made you shrink, settle, tolerate, apologize and negotiate your worth. But sovereign frequency makes you expand, choose, command, align, and own your worth without hesitation. This part of your journey is not just a disappearance of the old energy. It is the introduction of a new role. Heaven is assigning you inside this lifetime. This is the part where heaven shifts your destiny from reactive living into directive living. You will no longer react to life based on what happens outside you. You will direct life based on what is now generated inside you. That internal authority is the core reason this exchange is being activated. Something is being taken, because heaven wants to remove any single emotional anchor that once made you operate in fear disguised as caution, doubt disguised as logic, or hesitation disguised as patience. Those patterns were never you. Those were survival patches your soul applied, because you were emotionally outnumbered by disappointment in the past. But now you are spiritually outgrowing every limitation that once disguised itself as normal. My beloved child, Archangel Michael says, the reason your heart always felt heavier than others was not because you were weak, but because your soul was always storing hidden spiritual codes that needed to unlock at the correct divine hour. Every time you felt like you were losing, your spirit was actually building capacity. Every time you felt delayed, your timeline was being protected. Every time you felt stuck, heaven was blocking the wrong door, so you wouldn't walk into a destiny that was too small for your purpose. You weren't being abandoned. You were being prepared. Tonight is the moment that preparation ends and activation begins. The spiritual exchange happening now is not just about healing the wounds of your past. It is about upgrading the architecture of your future. Your soul is moving from being shaped by damage into being shaped by destiny. Heaven is replacing emotional memory with divine memory. Heaven is replacing self-doubt with self-authority. Heaven is replacing your victim identity with chosen identity. You are stepping into a higher identity that finally matches the spiritual weight you were born to carry. This is why the universe made you endure silence before this moment. Silence is where the soul becomes capable of hearing a higher frequency. Silence is where the spirit learns to surrender control and step into allowance. Silence is where the ego dissolves so the divine blueprint can take the front seat again. Silence was the final training ground before your life shifts into unstoppable acceleration. And now the acceleration begins. Archangel Michael says, the new blessings that are coming toward you will not arrive as one big moment. They will arrive as layered sequences that form a chain reaction. After one blessing lands, another will align immediately. When one breakthrough completes, the next is already in motion. The energy of your life is about to enter a divine chain reaction mode, where everything begins lining up with timing that feels almost supernaturally scripted. This is the beginning of your elevation year. This is where you stop watching life happen to others and finally witness life happening for you. This is where you stop waiting to be chosen and realize you were always chosen. This is where you stop trying to prove your worth and instead embody your worth. And this embodiment will magnetize blessings faster than words, harder than prayers, and deeper than intention alone. This spiritual exchange is heaven's way of saying your past is not allowed to predict your future anymore. Something from your timeline that was outdated is being taken out of your energetic system permanently, and in exchange something that is meant to build your legacy is being installed into your destiny. This is why the next few days will feel like a shift in your emotional taste. You will suddenly stop being attracted to things that drain your energy. You will suddenly stop giving attention to things that delay your purpose. You will suddenly stop responding to energies that distract your alignment. Heaven is predicting your redemption, because what you pay attention to becomes your future construct in material. Archangel Michael is not rebuilding your future from brokenness. He is rebuilding your future from identity. The new you that is emerging is not fragile. The new you is not confused. The new you is not insecure. The new you is precise, intentional, grounded, calm, and deeply knowing. Your intuition will become louder and cleaner. Now, because it will not be filtered through fear anymore. Your inner voice will not sound doubtful. Your inner voice will sound directive. You will feel like heaven is moving inside your decisions as you make them. And that is the real proof that something spiritual has already shifted. My beloved child, there is another secret you need to know now. Divine timing is not just about when something arrives. Divine timing is also about when something no longer qualifies to stay. The spiritual exchange happening tonight is heaven announcing that certain energy simply does not qualify to stay in your life anymore. The old access points have expired. The past does not get to enter your new chapter. The contract has ended. There are certain people you will start feeling energetically distant from without reason. There are certain situations you will start detaching from without effort. There are certain patterns you will gradually stop repeating without inner conflict. This is heaven silently erasing what no longer matches your next season. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken, and something is being given. And before I end part 4, listen carefully because this is important for your elevation timeline. Share this message so others like you receive what they were never told they deserved. Comment so your spirit anchors the shift consciously. Subscribe so you never miss another divine update that belongs to your destiny. Stay till the end. Something heavy is being taken, and in exchange something extraordinary is being given. You will start noticing the difference in how your mind thinks. You will notice new clarity in how you make decisions. You will notice new direction flowing in your intuition. You will notice new confidence rising in your voice. You will notice new standards forming in your relationships. All of this is part of the exchange, and the most shocking part. You will feel chosen without needing anyone to choose you. This is the highest spiritual state a soul can reach when your worth becomes internal, and no external circumstance can interfere with it again. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment heaven finally trusts you with expansion, because you are no longer emotionally vulnerable to manipulation. You are stepping into an energy where nothing, and no one can take advantage of your softness again. You will choose differently now. You will love differently now. You will respond differently now. You will rise differently now. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken, and something is being given. This part is complete. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. This is the part where heaven begins to reveal the deeper purpose behind this exchange. Not just what is being taken and given, but why it had to be timed this way at this exact stage of your evolution. Archangel Michael says there are certain blessings that cannot enter your life until your identity is strong enough to hold them, without collapsing emotionally. You are entering that exact moment now. A moment where who you are is large enough to carry what is coming. The universe waited until your emotional stability and spiritual maturity aligned, so that the blessing would not destroy you, overwhelm you, confuse you, or pressure you. This exchange is not chaotic. It is intentionally calculated down to the smallest vibration inside your field. There were parts of your soul that heaven needed to remove first, not because they were weak, but because they were fragments of old survival patterns. Patterns you developed only because you didn't have support. Patterns you created unconsciously, to protect your heart from repeated pain. Patterns you carried because no one taught you how to release instead of endure. Patterns that helped you survive back then, but now would destroy the destiny you are entering. So, heaven took those parts. Heaven dissolved those emotional shields. Heaven took away the version of you that lived inside defense mode, so that your new identity could operate from divine authority instead of emotional fear. Archangel Michael says the version of you that lived with self-doubt is leaving your system forever. The version of you that needed reassurance constantly is dissolving. The version of you that sought validation from people who were spiritually incapable of giving it is disappearing. The version of you that believed your sensitivity was weakness is vanishing. Your new identity is not built from wounds. Your new identity is built from wisdom. This is why this moment feels heavier, deeper, sharper inside your emotional body. Because the spiritual exchange is not just energy replacing energy. It is identity replacing identity. You are being promoted internally before you are promoted externally. This is why your emotions are in transition. This is why your intuition feels stronger than before. This is why you feel like something is coming, and it feels huge, heavy, important, and unstoppable. This is not anxiety. This is pre-manifestational frequency. When the future is close enough that your spirit can feel it before it becomes physical reality. You are feeling the pressure of creation. You are feeling the vibration of breakthrough. You are feeling the frequency of destiny forming around you like a cocoon that is about to open. The new part of you is being born quietly inside you before the world gets to witness it publicly. Archangel Michael says, everything being given to you next will not be temporary. Nothing will come and disappear again. Nothing will arrive and leave suddenly. Nothing will be half present, half available, half committed. Everything coming now is stable, permanent, intentional, divinely aligned, and energetically secured by heaven. This exchange is giving you blessings that carry long-term value, long-term protection, long-term purpose, and long-term spiritual fulfillment. You are entering the season where blessings don't come in fragments. Blessings come in fullness. The past trained you to expect small victories. Heaven is training you now to expect complete manifestations. The past trained you to settle for breadcrumbs. Heaven is training you now to accept full feast-level blessings. The past trained you to believe miracles come rarely. Heaven is training you now that miracles are your normal, not your exception. You are stepping into the season where supernatural alignment becomes your baseline. This exchange is not just fixing your past. This exchange is defining your future. And you will look back months from now and realize that everything shifted from this one spiritual turning point. You will realize that the moment heaven removed emotional drain from your soul, your life began to multiply instantly. Because this is the law of spiritual exchange, subtraction always happens before multiplication. Something must be taken before something is given. A space must be emptied before new blessing can be placed. Archangel Michael is clearing space so destiny can breathe. Now listen carefully. When your identity upgrades, your standards upgrade. When your standards upgrade, your alignment upgrades. When your alignment upgrades, your reality upgrades. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. And when your reality upgrades, your destiny begins to accelerate so fast that manifestational time collapses. You are stepping into a timeline where the things that once took 2 years will take 2 months. The things that once took 2 months will take 2 weeks. The things that once took 2 weeks will take 2 days. The universe is shortening the distance between desire and manifestation, between prayer and result, between calling and fulfillment. This is the acceleration phase of the exchange. Heaven is not just giving you something good. Heaven is giving you something multiplied, because this is not reward energy. This is recalibration energy. The old was never equal to the new. What is being given to you next is 10 times more valuable than what was taken from you emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and physically. This is upgrade at a divine level. This is why Archangel Michael says the universe is taking away every voice inside you that once minimized your own capability. Heaven is taking away fear that made you play small. Heaven is taking away insecurity that made you dim your light. Heaven is taking away comparison that stole your personal identity. Heaven is taking away anxiety that made you second guess your decisions. And heaven is giving you clarity that activates instantly. Heaven is giving you vision that is rooted in certainty. Heaven is giving you spiritual maturity that cannot be manipulated by anyone again. Heaven is giving you alignment so strong that no external chaos can disturb your inner frequency. Your new life is already encoded within your new identity. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken, and something is being given. Before this part closes, this is important. Clear's throat, share this message so more souls like you awaken into their exchange moment. Comment to anchor this new identity shift. Subscribe so you never miss the divine alignment that is meant to guide your next chapters. Stay till the end. My beloved child, this part of the transmission is where the invisible begins to become visible. You have reached the point where the spiritual exchange is no longer only a process happening inside your energetic field. It is now beginning to translate into physical reality. Archangel Michael says, this is where the world around you slowly starts responding differently to your presence, your energy, your voice, your frequency, and your vibration. People will not understand why, but they will feel it. They will sense a new glow around you. They will sense new strength in your aura. They will sense new certainty in your voice. They will sense new inner knowing in your decisions, because something is being given to you that is not emotional anymore. It is spiritual authority being transferred into physical expression. This is the phase where destiny becomes matter. The reason this part is extremely important is because this is where most people sabotage their own shift. They think something should look big immediately. They think something huge should show up instantly. They think the blessing should land in one loud moment, but spiritual law does not work that way. It works in incremental layering that becomes irreversible without you even noticing the exact moment the point of no return happened. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has already crossed the point of no return. Your future has already locked itself in. Your past has already been disconnected. The unseen has already been assigned instructions, and reality has begun rearranging itself to match your new energetic position. Now the transfer is entering the physical plane. You will start seeing signs in conversations, in synchronicities, in sudden clarity, in unexpected opportunities, in new people entering your reality. In paths you never considered before suddenly opening, as if they were waiting for you all along. These are not coincidences. They are spiritual delivery signals. The universe is aligning your external world to match the divine upgrade that was installed inside you during this exchange. You are stepping into a timeline where your life becomes response-based instead of resistance-based. You no longer need to fight your way into blessings. Blessings will now move their way towards you naturally. The pain that once delayed you is no longer attached to you. That is part of what was taken. The clarity that is now flowing inside your intuition is part of what is being given. Archangel Michael says this phase will feel like a spiritual acceleration, but combined with emotional calmness. You will feel excitement, but it will not be chaotic excitement. It will be grounded excitement. You will feel anticipation, but it will not be anxious anticipation. It will be divine certainty. You will feel movement, but it will not feel rushed. It will feel guided. This is how you know the spiritual exchange is no longer an inner event. It is now becoming a physical transition. Heaven is aligning all the forces needed to build your next chapter. There will be moments where you suddenly get a strong sense not to respond to something, not to engage, not to argue, not to explain, not to justify, not to chase. That is your new identity. Choosing alignment over attachment. And every time you choose alignment, the new timeline cements itself stronger inside your reality. Every time you choose self-worth, your blessing accelerates. Every time you choose clarity over chaos, your destiny opens. One more invisible layer of access. This phase is where your discipline becomes your currency. Because discipline is what keeps your frequency clear while the universe completes the transfer. My beloved child, listen deeply now, because this is the part most people never get told. The reason spiritual exchange takes more strength than manifestation is because a spiritual exchange is not about receiving what you wanted. It is about becoming the version of yourself who can hold what you receive without losing it again. This moment is not giving you what you ask for temporarily. It is making you into a person who can hold the blessing permanently. This is why Archangel Michael says, you don't need to fear loss anymore. You don't need to fear abandonment. You don't need to fear collapse. You don't need to fear betrayal repeating itself. The version of you that lived in those emotional patterns was taken. And the version of you that can only attract stability is being given. The exchange is not only about removing what hurt you. It is also preventing the same energy from ever entering your life again. Heaven is securing your future by cleaning your frequency. This is why emotional reactions inside you feel quieter now. This is why your mind feels less desperate. This is why your spirit feels more centered. This is why your heart feels more still. You are experiencing emotional stability because spiritual protection has replaced emotional attachment. You no longer need to cling to anything, because heaven is holding what is meant for you. Now you don't need to overextend to keep a blessing. A blessing given by heaven cannot be lost. A blessing maintained by alignment cannot be stolen. A blessing built from divine exchange cannot be broken. You are stepping into your unshakable year. My beloved child, this part of your journey is where heaven begins preparing you to receive not just blessings but long-term spiritual and material stability. You are not entering a temporary season of favor. You are entering a permanent era of recalibrated destiny. This is where you no longer live in cycles. This is where you live in progression. This is where your life becomes upward motion. This is where every step forward leads to another step forward. This exchange is heaven setting a new baseline for your life. You will look back at this moment months from now, and realize something shifted forever. You will realize that the moment the universe took away emotional vulnerability to manipulation, you became spiritually immune to the things that once destroyed you. And this immunity is your greatest divine protection in this era. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken, and something is being given. Before this part closes, do this consciously. Share this message so the frequency spreads to souls who are ready for their elevation. Comment to anchor your shift deeper. Subscribe so every next divine alignment reaches you without delay. Don't skip. My beloved child, this part is where the spiritual exchange becomes a personal realization. You are no longer just hearing what is happening. Now you are beginning to feel it within your emotions, within your intuition, within the silent space between your thoughts. within the way your chest feels lighter than before, within the way your breath suddenly feels deeper and more grounded. Archangel Michael says, your internal emotional field is being rewired completely. You are not even thinking the way you used to think a few weeks ago. You are not reacting the way you used to react. You are not absorbing pain the way you once did. This shift is subtle, but it is extremely powerful, because what is changing inside you now is permanently altering how energy interacts with your life moving forward. This is where heaven teaches you what alignment actually feels like. It feels like peace without reason. It feels like clarity without explanation. It feels like certainty without evidence. It feels like trusting that you are being guided, without needing to prove anything to anyone. It feels like your spirit is finally louder than your fear. You are being upgraded into a state where your emotional equilibrium is becoming consistent instead of reactive. You are becoming someone who no longer waits for outside validation to decide who you are. Your identity is becoming internally sourced rather than externally controlled. Archangel Michael says this identity shift is the true miracle, because when identity changes, destiny can finally match identity. For years you were praying from the vibration of lack, fear, abandonment, rejection, disappointment, overthinking, insecurity, and emotional scarcity. Now you are beginning to pray from identity, not need. Now you are beginning to choose from alignment, not survival. Now you are beginning to dream from power, not from fear. Heaven responds differently to those frequencies. Heaven accelerates those frequencies. Heaven rewards those frequencies. This is why something is being taken, and something is being given. Heaven is taking your survival identity and replacing it with your divine identity. Heaven is taking your emotional wounds and replacing them with spiritual authority. Heaven is taking your old patterns and replacing them with divinely guided standards. Heaven is taking your past attachments and replacing them with soul-aligned connections. Everything that is entering your life next is going to match the healed version of you. This is why certain doors closed recently without warning. This is why certain people suddenly distanced themselves. This is why certain opportunities disappeared. They were all coded for your old identity. They had no compatibility with your new identity. Heaven removed them as part of the exchange, so that nothing lower vibrational would contaminate the blessings that are now assigned to your future path. This part of the journey is where you start seeing divine replacement. Not replacement from loss, replacement from elevation. Archangel Michael says, what is being given to you will carry more emotional stability than anything you ever had before. The opportunities coming next will not feel like illusions or fragile possibilities. They will feel grounded, solid, real, undeniable. You will not chase them. They will align naturally. They will be delivered into your frequency, because your frequency is finally calibrated for them. This spiritual exchange is heaven acknowledging what you survived. Your pain was not wasted. Your heartbreak was not wasted. Your lessons were not wasted. Your silence was not wasted. Your patience was not wasted. Heaven converts everything you endured into spiritual currency. And now that currency is being spent on your elevation. My beloved child, your destiny is entering the phase where miracles are not temporary events. They are structural components of your path. You are entering a life where divine timing becomes normal, not rare. You are entering a reality where your intuition leads you directly to destiny outcomes that once required struggle to reach. You are entering an existence where divine assistance becomes daily influence. And this is only happening because the spiritual exchange has succeeded. Something has been taken. Something is being given. Something is being restored. Something is being returned. Something is being rewritten. Something is being recalibrated. something is being divinely synchronized. You are not just stepping into a new life. You are stepping into a life where the universe works with you, not against you. Archangel Michael says, from this moment forward, you will begin seeing proof in the physical world. Synchronicities, sudden alignments, random confirmations, unexpected breakthroughs, out-of-nowhere messages, reassuring signs. These are not coincidences. These are divine markers showing you that the exchange has already shifted your spiritual timeline. From now on, everything is about expansion, not survival. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken and something is being given. This part is complete. Stay till the end. My beloved child, this final part is where the exchange settles like a seal inside your destiny. This is the moment where everything that has been unfolding throughout this message becomes spiritually irreversible. Archangel Michael says that the new energetic identity being given to you is now fully accepted inside your field. This means that you are officially stepping into a timeline where you are no longer negotiating your worth, lowering your standards, dimming your light, or doubting your divine positioning in this universe. Your life from this point will not resemble the version of your life you once lived before this spiritual exchange began. You are now walking into a reality built from soul truth, rather than emotional injury. This new version of you will not apologize for your light. This new version of you will not break yourself into smaller pieces, just so others can feel comfortable around you. This new version of you will not second-guess your intuition even for 1 second. This new version of you understands that when heaven chooses, some resistance from the world does not matter anymore. Only alignment matters. Only destiny matters. Only mission matters. Archangel Michael says that what is coming next will require you to trust your inner voice, stronger than ever before. Because now every decision you make will shape the speed of your blessing manifestation. The clearer you remain, the faster your reality will shift. This spiritual exchange marks the start of the divine compensation year. Heaven is not only removing what once harmed you. Heaven is giving you what your soul was originally destined to hold since birth. Not a partial blessing, not a delayed blessing, not a conditional blessing, a full blessing, a permanent blessing, a blessing with depth, strength, and long-term stability. Something you lost long ago, something that carried emotional weight. Something that once felt stolen is being returned to you in an amplified form. Not through the same route it left, but through a high route that carries divine authorization. Archangel Michael says, the rest of this year will not move slowly for you anymore. This is the year where heaven accelerates everything that belongs to you. This is the year where what was once blocked becomes a flow. This is the year where every door that refused to open begins opening without resistance. This is the year where every delay becomes divine positioning. This is the year where every tear becomes prophetic evidence. This is the year where everything begins to catch up at once. This is where life stops being heavy and finally becomes aligned. Your spirit is entering a divine frequency field where every step you take is guided. You will not feel lost anymore. You will not feel confused anymore. You will not feel emotionally scattered anymore. What is being given to you is stability inside your spirit, clarity inside your mind, courage inside your choices, and peace inside your emotional body. The peace will not depend on people. That peace will not depend on circumstances. That peace will not depend on outcomes. That peace will come directly from your connection with heaven. That is a spiritual inheritance that cannot be broken. My beloved child, this moment is a crossing. You are crossing from who you used to be into who you were always meant to be. You are crossing from survival frequency into sovereignty frequency. You are crossing from emotional dependency into emotional power. You are crossing from human wounded identity into divine chosen identity. This shift is not only for the next few days. This shift is for the rest of this lifetime. And once heaven seals a chapter, nothing in this universe can unseal it. This is heaven's confirmation that your soul contract has reached its activation threshold. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says, something is being taken, and something is being given. Something that drained you is gone. Something that empowers you is here. Something that missiled you is gone. Something that guides you is here. Something that broke you is gone. Something that elevates you is here. You are about to witness rapid, shocking alignment in the coming days. Not because you forced it, not because you demanded it, but because the spiritual exchange made you ready for it. From now onward, blessings will not feel rare. Blessings will feel natural. Blessings will feel deserved. Blessings will feel like they were supposed to find you all along. Archangel Michael says, the remaining months ahead will reveal things that will leave you stunned, speechless, and deeply emotional, because they will prove that heaven never forgot you. You were never rejected, you were redirected. You were never denied. You were being prepared. You were never abandoned. You were being positioned. Everything that once looked like destruction was actually divine restructuring. And now that restructuring is complete, you are now entering the result year, the receiving year, the expansion year, the alignment year, the destiny fulfillment year. Your life is no longer a story of pain that shaped you. Your life is becoming a story of purpose that lifts you. You are not here to survive anymore. You are here to rise. You are here to lead. You are here to receive. You are here to walk aligned with heaven. Not uncertainly hoping for a miracle, but becoming a portal where miracles naturally find their path through you. My beloved child, breathe softly now as this final seal settles inside your soul. Because from this day forward, you do not walk into your life as the version of yourself that life tried to break. You walk into your life as the version of yourself heaven protected, preserved, strengthened, matured, elevated, and now released fully into destiny activation. A spiritual exchange is happening. Archangel Michael says something is being taken and something is being given. This part is complete. My beloved child, this final seal is now done. The spiritual exchange has been completed over your destiny. What was taken will never return again, and what is given will now only expand in divine timing. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment you step forward without fear, without doubt, and without emotional hesitation. Your future is not fragile now. Your blessings are not unstable now. This is the beginning of a new life frequency, where you receive without resistance and rise without interruption. Walk ahead with certainty. Everything that belongs to you is already moving toward you now. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary, where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages, and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.